Monster Jam fans, welcome back to another commentary today. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada for the Monster Jam World Finals in 2011. We have Monster Jam World Finals racing today in the near lane. We have Chad Tingler and Spider-Man taking on Charlie Pauken in Monster Mutt. And pulling away in the first race of the night is Spider-Man, Chad Tingler, heading on to the next round. Now the next race here in the far lane, we have Mark McDonald and El Toro Loco. And he is taking on Chris Bergeron and Brutus, who is far behind Mark McDonald. Taking the lead over the final jump, El Toro Loco takes home the win here in round number one. Now keep an eye out, we will be doing shout-outs a little bit later in the video. If you want to get shouted out on one of my videos, watch till later. In the far lane, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Candice Jolly. The near lane, Lee O'Donnell and Iron Man, all on the road to win the World Finals Racing Championship. And Lee O'Donnell is one step closer with a win in Iron Man. The next matchup here in the far lane, that is Northern Nightmare, Cam McQueen. And in the near lane, it's Jim Kohler in that beautiful Avenger, a close race, but Northern Nightmare pulling ahead and winning it by a small margin. And he is going for a wild ride, almost lost it at the very end. Northern Nightmare goes to round two. The next pairing here in the far lane, that is Dennis Anderson in the 30th anniversary Gravedigger truck, a gorgeous truck taking on Steve Sims in Stone Crusher. And Dennis Anderson will pilot that truck over the finish line, moving on to the second round. The next matchup here in the far lane is Grinder, that is John Cisak. And in the near lane, it is Medusa. They are pretty close. Cisak with an edge. Two-time World Racing Champion is moving on to the next round. John Cisak and Grinder. Next up here in the far lane is George Belhand in the Mohawk Warrior. The near lane, Jimmy Cretin in Bounty Hunter. Cretin hunting for that first ever World Racing Championship. They are close, going over the final jump, and Bounty Hunter pulls ahead and takes home the win. Continuing along with more round one action, the far lane, Captain America, that is Chad Fortune. And in the near lane is Wolverine, that is Alex Blackwell. Blackwell takes the lead and wins the race. The battle of the superheroes. Wolverine comes out on top. Now, we move on to round two of racing, the far lane. Metal Militia, the number one qualifier, Todd the Duke taking on Chad Tingler in Spider-Man in the near lane. Will the number one qualifier move on? No, he will not. Chad Tingler with an upset. Coming out of round one, knocks out the number one seed and moves on to the next round. Down the far lane, Tom Banks in Maximum Destruction. In the near lane, Mark McDonald and El Toro Loco, two elite racers. But Tom Banks will fly to victory by 3 truck lengths. Maximum Destruction moves on. More round two racing here on the road to the World Finals Racing Championship. Neil Elliott in Hot Wheels is in the far lane. Lee O'Donnell and Iron Man is in the near lane. Two beautiful trucks. Only one can move on. Hot Wheels will move on to round number two. Neil Elliott beating Lee O'Donnell. Next up here in the far lane, that is Adam Anderson in Gravedigger the Legend. In the near lane, it's Cam McQueen and Northern Nightmare, Gravedigger the Legend. With the lead, Gravedigger the Legend takes it to the house and wins it here in round number two. Next up here in the far lane, Damon Bradshaw, Monster Energy taking on Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger, two of the best Monster Jam racers of all time. Damon Bradshaw with the lead, and Damon Bradshaw beats Dennis Anderson. He will move on to round three. In the far lane now, Lindsey Wake and the Lucas Oil Crusader. The near lane, Grinder, John Cisak. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a little bit of shout-outs. Now, you have an opportunity to be shouted out in my next video. However, before we get to that, we're going to shout out people that are shouted out in this video because of them performing appropriately to the criteria in the last video. Now, in every video, in a certain part in the video, random part in the video, I will be giving a little bit of a question or a request from the viewers that if you want to get a shout out, you just comment down below and answer the question or whatever I'm asking you to do. In the last video, the shout out request is all I said. You just had to comment, I want a shout out. So anyone that wanted a shout out commented it. So here are the shout outs for today's video. We started off with Jasper Tomlinson. We also have Monster Jam with Lego Josiah T.G. Rux. We also have Jerry R., aviation therapist, excuse me, and Katie Sicome. Obviously, I'm sorry if I mispronounced any of those names. So, not tons of shout-outs from last week, but those that watched till the end of the video got to see the actual things that they needed to do, because it was pretty late in the video. So thank you to them for watching the whole video, finding out when the shout-outs were, and then getting the chance to be shouted out in this video. So, now, for the next video, all I want you to do is comment your favorite color. Comment that favorite color down below. It could be any color. It could be black, white. I don't care. If it's your favorite color, comment it. You will be shouted out in the next video, just like I did for here. So be on the lookout in the next commentary that I do for your shout out. If you comment it, you will be shouted out. Like, there's no I pick and choose. It is everyone that does it will get shouted out, so make sure you do that. You'll get the opportunity to be shouted out right here in front of 60,000 plus subscribers and however many viewers that there are. So thank you all for doing the shout outs. We get back to Monster Jam Racing. The two of them are very close, but Lindsey Wink pulls ahead. He's going around 3. A very close race there. Next up here in round number 2. In the far lanes, Jimmy Keaton and Bounty Hunter. In the near lane is Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Two drivers in a serious race for the World Racing Championship. But Ryan Anderson pulls ahead, and we'll go to round 3. Now in the far lane, that is Pablo Huffaker and Captain's Curse. The near lane, Alex Blackwell and Wolverine. The final race of round number 2. Blackwell will beat his former truck. Wolverine goes on to round 3. Now round 3 action in the far lane is Neil Elliott and Hot Wheels. The near lane, Ryan Anderson's brother Adam and Grave Digger the Legend. Ryan Anderson's on a rail, so is Adam Anderson. And Adam Anderson will move on as the brothers try and win the racing championship tonight after their dad got knocked out. In the far lane, David Bradshaw, who knocked their dad out in Monster Energy. And in the near lane is Lindsey Wink and the Lucas Oil Crusader. Two guys who have raced a lot in their careers against each other. And David Bradshaw wins this one on the biggest stage of them all. And Lindsey Wink going for a wild ride. After losing the race, he ends on his lid. Now the final race of round number 3, Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger are going to try and join his brother in the semifinals. Alex Blackwell is in the near lane, and Alex Blackwell pulling ahead. Wolverine going to the semifinals. Now the semifinals matchup here. I'm sorry, this is not yet. Yeah, this is the semifinals. Tom Meents and Maximum Destruction against Adam Anderson and Grave Digger Legend. They're close. Over the line. Maximum Destruction pulls it out by a hair. Now who will face Maxie in the final round? David Bradshaw and Monster Energy in the far lane. Alex Blackwell and Wolverine in the near lane. The winner goes to the World Championship race. David Bradshaw, Monster Energy, World Finals Racing Championship bound. In the far lane, Maximum Destruction. The near lane, David Bradshaw, Monster Energy. The winner is your World Racing Champion. They are dead even. Tom Meents has a lead, and Tom Meents, your World Finals Racing Champion in 2012, beating out Damon Bradshaw. A now 10-time Monster Jam World Finals Champion, Tom Meents in Max D. Boy, what a ride. Boy, do I love Monster Jam World Finals Racing. Las Vegas racing is as good as it gets. And boy, was that a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching this weekend's commentary. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.